Folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for York Region for week ending August 17th, 2022. Let me give you some insight as to what's happening in the field beyond the numbers that I'm about to talk about shortly. On our listings, the properties we're selling, we're seeing more and more showings. In the last couple of weeks, we've seen an uptick in showings and in people putting in offers. With our buyer clients that we're working with, we're seeing other buyers showing up at these properties. When I go in to book showings, I could see that there's more showings booked. We recently put in an offer on a property. We competed with 3 other offers on the same property. So we're seeing an uptick in activity. Now, is this across the board everywhere? No, because we're also seeing other properties sitting on the market and not a lot of action happening. Real estate is a very hyper local thing. We listen to reports for all of Canada. We hear it in the news. Canada real estate market is up, it's down, whatever the case may be. But what does that have to do with your region? Well, many times not a lot. And I'm focused on the GTA region. And when we're speaking with a specific buyer or a specific seller, it's their neighborhood, their house, that specific circumstance that is really the most important thing. It doesn't matter what's happening in this part of town or that part of town. It's that community. And we're seeing some properties sell right away and others sit on the market longer. So hyperlocal, that's the real estate market. Use this information I'm giving you to get a general idea of what's happening in your greater community. But if you're going to make a decision, you need to know the real facts and the real numbers about your hyper-local market. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. Let's get into the numbers. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. This way I'll know ahead of time and I'll make sure my schedule is organized so we could speak about whatever's on your mind. And if you're looking to live in an upscale gated community on one of the top golf courses in Canada, check out the video at the end of this report. So, home prices, what do they mean? What's going on? Do they make any sense? Well, I just earlier told you how we're seeing an uptick. We've had some situations where there's multiple offers, but those are specific to the areas I'm working in right now with sellers and buyers. I don't work every neighborhood all the time across all regions. My numbers on the board are going to paint a different picture because it's an overall average of the areas. And it's so important to make sense of what you should do, whether you're buying or selling or not do anything at all. You really need to know the true numbers, very local to your community and your specific house type. It all plays into making the right decision. Let's get into the numbers. I have here for Vaughan only, detached properties by week for the whole year. 22 detached properties were sold in Vaughan for week ending August 17th. 22, it's not a lot. 22 were sold, 4 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price has come up a couple of weeks now in a row, sitting at $1,741,000. $1,741,000 is 8% lower than last year's average sold price. Last year we had that one particular week, prices jumped way up. So average sold price is 8% lower. Median price is 4% lower than last year's median price. Median price is $1,533,000. 3 months ago, median price was 1,730,000. So 22 were sold. Only 14% of those were sold at list price or more. Year-to-date sales for Vaughan detached properties, we have 41% fewer sales this year than last year, year-to-date, August 1st to August 17th. So let's look at this. 22 were sold. Now, at the beginning of the week, we had 304 active listings. So when we started the week, there were 304 properties, detached properties available for sale. We only sold 22 through the course of the week through listings coming on and properties being taken off the market or sold, and through all that, at the end of the week, 302 were left available for sale. So that's how we ended the week. Only, well, I shouldn't say only, 302 available for sale, but we're only buying up 22 through the course of the week. So it kind of seems like there's lots of choices, but you're going to see some neighborhoods, not a lot of choices, and other neighborhoods, more choices. Well, months of inventory based on how many are available for sale and how many we're buying at the current rate that we're buying, months of inventory went up, is now sitting at 3.2 months of inventory. So months of inventory has been going up, and it's kind of been a little bit stable right now, and we kind of see this with prices. Prices have been coming down a bit, but over the last few weeks, although they go up and down, they've been kind of steady a little bit there. Let's look at Richmond Hill. Only 20 detached properties were sold in Richmond Hill for week ending August 17th. 4 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price did go up over the previous week. It's sitting at $1,848,000. $1,848,000 is 1% lower than last year's average sold price, and median price is 7% lower than last year's median price. Year-to-date sales, 39% fewer sales in Richmond Hill this year versus last year, and 20% fewer listings in Richmond Hill this year versus last year. Remember, this is just for detached properties. And months of inventory went up a little bit. It's now sitting at 2.5 months of inventory. For this 1 week, the average days on market is 36. That's pretty high. Let's look at Markham. 23 detached properties were sold in Markham. 4 were at $2 million or more. Average sold price went up a little bit from the previous week. It's now sitting at $1,713,000. $1,713,000 is 4% lower than last year's average sold price. Median price is 1% higher than last year's median price. Median price is $1,670,000. 3 months ago, it was $1,750,000. Of the 23 that sold, 35%, a little over a third, sold at list price or more. Year-to-date sales were way down. 48% fewer sales this year, year-to-date, versus last year. Remember, this is just for Markham. And the listings, 26% fewer listings. So activity is way down, much fewer listings, and sales is way down also year-to-date. Months of inventory sitting at 1.8 months of inventory. And again, I mean, you know, there's so many different things happening here all at the same time. It really looks like for Markham, over the span of 3 months, average sold price hasn't changed that much. So it's kind of been pretty stable across Markham. If we look at months of inventory, well, 3 months ago we were at 2. Now we're at 1.8. And in between there, we went up to 2.7, 3.5. Now we've been coming down. Now we're a little bit up again. So it's overall kind of steady if you kind of balance it out over time. Let's look at condos. This is for all of York region. 33 condos were sold. 1 of those was at $1 million or more. Average sold price has come down quite a bit. It's now sitting at $628,000. big change from where we were before in the low 800,000. We're now at 628. 628,000 is 2% lower than last year's average sold price. And my clicker's not working. Here we go. So 628, 2% lower than last year's average sold price. Median price is 2% higher than last year's median price. Median price is sitting at 635,000. Year-to-date sales, 31% fewer condo sales this year versus last year, and 7% more listings this year versus last year. So fewer sales, more listings. We can see inventory starting to build up if that continues. Months of inventory is a little bit higher, sitting at 3.8 months of inventory. It's basically just at the borderline of being in a balanced market, but it's not an exact science, so it's going to really feel like a balanced market, and in many situations it could feel that we're in a buyer's market. Average days on market is sitting at 27. Here's a quick summary. Months of inventory is up across the board for York Region. Properties, generally speaking, are sitting on the market longer. Generally speaking, prices look like they're trending down in a lot of the areas, but there are specific examples that are the opposite, that are selling very fast, not on the market very long, competing in multiple offers. So it's very important you're getting the right guidance, the right consultation for your specific needs. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Here's your chance to be one of the fortunate ones and live at this exclusive and upscale gated community at the Beacon Hall Golf Club in Aurora. Now, the Beacon Hall Golf Club, if you love golf, you'll probably know it ranks amongst the best in Canada. The home I'm introducing you to, 650 Brush Grove, backs onto the 7th fairway. Come, let me show you the inside. Oh, by the way, this garage, that fits 2 cars. This part of the garage, that's for your golf cart. Come on in. To say that this home has been fully modernized and renovated would be an understatement. Everything you see is new, even what you don't see. New electrical, new plumbing, new mechanicals. I would even say the home now is better than new. Why don't we start with this massive living room with over 10-foot ceilings? Here's one of my favorite rooms, the principal bedroom. Have a look. And just behind these pocket doors, your own Hollywood-style dressing room.